Even though she grew up in Pune and wanted to be an actor, Rohini Hattangadi did not think or even consider joining the Film and Television Institute, which is situated in Pune. She decided to go to Delhi and join the National School of Drama. The reason for this was very simple. Rohini Hattangadi's father had, during their conversations, made it very clear to her that a true actor largely emerges from the stage, and it was the theatre that brought out the actor in the truest sense of the form. So in 1971, Rohini Hattangadi joined the National School of Drama and soon graduated from there and became a well-known, well-established name on the stage in Pune, Bombay and Delhi. Having completed her training from the National School of Drama, Rohini Hattangadi was on the lookout for interesting roles and she managed to land quite a few of them. But when it came to films, she debuted in Saeed Akhtar Mirza's Arvind Desai Ki Ajeeb Dastan, and the next film that she did with Saeed Akhtar Mirza was the iconic Albert Pinto Ko Gussa Kyun Aata Hai. As far as films go, it was very clear in Rohini Hattangadi's mind that this was something that she needed to do largely to make a living, because working on the stage, working in productions, working in theatre would give her that kind of gratification that she needed, fulfilled her as an actor, but it was not enough to make ends meet. It was around this time that Rohini Hattangadi landed a role that would redefine her career, put her on the world map, and even win her international accolades. It was Sir Richard Attenborough's Gandhi, in which she was cast as Kasturba Gandhi, and the role had a fantastic range. This was an opportunity for the actor within Rohini Hattangadi to live a real-life character on screen, and not just that, but live the entire life's journey of somebody as iconic as Kasturba Gandhi.
ये जबरदस्ती है. लोग तुम्हारी बात माने तो माने, पर ये मत भूलो, जानती हूं तुम्हें जब तुम बच्चे थे.
ये मेरी बात नहीं, सिद्धांत की बात है. या तो तुम ये खुशी से करोगी या फिर बिल्कुल नहीं.
तो ना ही सही.
Her performance in Gandhi won Rohini Hattangadi the Best Supporting Actress at the BAFTA Awards. It's an honor that remains unparalleled even to date. She was the first Asian to win this award. Rohini Hattangadi's biggest success up until that time, Gandhi, a film that put her on the international map, that fetched her awards, also became not just her calling card as far as roles were concerned, but also became the biggest hurdle in good roles coming across her way. Nobody knew that she was just in her mid-20s. In fact, James Ivory wanted to cast her in Heat and Dust, and he was very surprised when he met her and realized that she was only 25, 26 at that time, and he did not want that character that he had in mind for her to use a lot of makeup or prosthetics, and that's the reason why she lost out on a lot of roles. Unfortunately, playing a mother on the screen, and not just any mother, I mean, you're talking about Kasturba Gandhi here, becomes a bit problematic for actors in India. Now, what happens is that the industry is not willing to look beyond this box and puts you in that category. You're only as good as for the mother's role or the bhabhi's role, or it's very rare that you come across a role which would just push the envelope. Now, Rohini Hattangadi got the opportunity to play something else from what the industry would have ideally slotted her into, were in films like Govind Nilani's Party.
I hate these parties. हर चीज जो उसे पसंद है मुझे खिनाती है उससे.
छोड़ दो उसे, मैं तुम्हें चाहता हूँ.
और महेश भट्ट्स अर्थ.
हम लोगों का ऐसे चलता आया है, पर मैंने ठहराया है, मेरी बेटी ये काम नहीं करेगी. वो पढ़ेगी, इंग्लिश स्कूल में जाएगी.
But these roles were not doing anything great as far as Rohini Hattangadi's talent was concerned, or even her range. Now, Rohini Hattangadi played a similar character, the aging middle-class housewife, in two films that almost came back to back. One was Mohan Joshi Hazir Ho, and the other was Mahesh Bhatt's Saaransh. Saaransh became Anupam Kher's calling card. At 27, he played a man in his 60s who's fighting the system.
अपना खून दिया मैंने इस देश के लिए. अपनी जिंदगी के कीमती साल लगा दिए इस देश की आजादी के लिए। बापू के साथ मैंने भी लाठी खाई है 42 में। ये देखिए ये।
It allowed Anupam Kher the flight of fancy that he was looking for. Now, by the same token, ideally, it should have also added or aided Rohini Hattangadi's career, but that didn't happen. Now, unlike Anupam Kher, who went on to play Dr. Dang or you know, the comedian's role, the villain's role, the hero's friend, and had an entire range of emotions to explore as far as the screen went, that same didn't happen for Rohini Hattangadi. She again, unfortunately, got slotted in that mother and the dadi category, and soon it became a go-to option for a lot of producers. Playing the Ma in Hindi cinema also means a lot of things. You can be the kind of mother that Nargis was in Mother India. You're the heroine of the film. Or you could be the mother from Diwar, the role that launched Nirupa Roy's, the second phase of Nirupa Roy's career. And you could be slotted as the superstar's Ma. And every time the superstar has to have somebody portray the mother on screen, you become the go-to person. So the bigger the success the superstar becomes, you also enjoy the kind of second-hand success. Or you can become a Ma like Nutan in Karma, who's the inspiration for revenge, or Meri Jung, or even Yudh. That kind of role is tailor-made for actresses who were leading ladies once upon a time, and now I have graduated to play the mother's role. Now, a little bit of this, all these facets are present in that one role that Rohini Hattangadi did in the 1990s that permanently etched her in the history of Indian cinema. This was playing Amitabh Bachchan's mother in Agneepath.
हाथ धो ले।
हाथ हाथ धो लेता है।
तेरे हाथ इतनी जल्दी नहीं धुल सकते विजय। बाप के माथे पर लगा छोटा कलंक मिटाने के बजाय उसे सच में बदल देना चाहता है। जरा गौर से देख विजय, सिर्फ तेरे हाथ ही नहीं, तेरा शरीर, तेरी आत्मा सब मैले हो चुके हैं।
Agneepath is a film that reimagines Amitabh Bachchan's greatest on-screen character, the angry young man. And if you're reimagining the angry young man, you also need the same elements, the same characters to populate the screen that aided angry young man's persona on screen. And in that aspect, the role of the mother becomes very important. Because if you look back at Diwar, or if you look back at Trishul, Wahida Rahman's character in Trishul, or the role that Nirupa Roy played in Diwar, are as important, if not more, than the angry young man's character on screen, because these characters are the trigger point for the entire plot, for the narrative, and you get the idea of how important the mother's role is. Now, of course, you have Amitabh Bachchan, but you also have Alok Nath playing Amitabh Bachchan's father in the film. You have Vikram Gokhale, who's cast as the commissioner. Vikram Gokhale was a very recognizable Marathi stage actor who had done a lot of films and theatre. You also had Mithun Chakravarti, who was almost like the second biggest star after Amitabh Bachchan in that phase. You had Neelam, who was a popular star as far as the younger generation went. In that aspect, the casting of Rohini Hattangadi, one wouldn't be wrong to think that it was the baggage or the body of work that Rohini Hattangadi had, which made it almost like a no-brainer to cast her. So you take Kasturba Gandhi and you cast her as Amitabh Bachchan's mother, Vijay's mother in the film. Half your job is done because that is what the audience connects to. But in addition to great casting, Rohini Hattangadi's performance in Agneepath is almost flawless. It's that one scene where the mother and son confront and they're talking about everything else but the elephant in the room, is very beautifully written by Kader Khan. Kader Khan's dialogues are phenomenal in the film, and the restraint that both Amitabh Bachchan's character and Rohini Hattangadi show in that scene. It's a wonderful scene, and that entirely sums up the film for me.
तेरे पिताजी कहते थे, इंसान भी पहले जानवर था, सदियां लगी उसे जानवर से इंसान बनने में, लेकिन तुझे इंसान से जानवर बनने में जरा भी वक्त नहीं लगा।
बस 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 बस।
In the late 1980s, early 1990s and even till date, Rohini Hattangadi has not had that many opportunities to break the shackles that were imposed by the industry, unfortunately, by thanks to playing roles such as Kasturba Gandhi and Vijay Dinanath Chauhan's mother in Agneepath. Interestingly, a year before Agneepath, there was a film called Chalbaaz in which she's cast as the villain's Mall, and she plays this character called Amba. It's a hilarious role. There are iconic songs associated, and the camaraderie between Sridevi and Rohini Hattangadi is flawless. By looking at those scenes, you get an idea that Anupam Kher has displayed his comic timing, his histrionics as a comedian, and Sridevi, of course, is matchless when it comes to comedy on screen. But you're not expecting somebody like Rohini Hattangadi to do what she did.
अब जरा हंस के दिखाओ, हंसो, हंसो, प्यार से हंसो, रोक के हंसो, अच्छा हंसो.
The other film that comes to mind is Jalwa, where she plays this drug kingpin.
एसपी साहब, मैंने खुद ने देखा है इसको जोशी के पास खड़े हुए, उसका मर्डर करते हुए, और जब मैं पास पहुंची तो ये भाग गया.
ये झूठ बोल रही है.
It's a pity that Hindi cinema never gave Rohini Hattangadi the kind of roles that could do justice to her enormous talent. I mean, even in that gambit of playing the on-screen mother, these Ma roles, there was very little to explore beyond the obvious shade. Either she was angry or she was sad, and she's just oscillating between the two. Even Nutan playing the mother in Meri Jang has a lot more variation than playing Vijay Dinanath Chauhan's mother in Agneepath. In fact, I think that had Nutan not passed on, would Mukul Anand have thought of somebody like Nutan in Agneepath? What would have happened to Rohini Hattangadi's career? But having said that, we've seen her recently in Munna Bhai MBBS.
क्या हुआ उसे?
धुलाई, सिलाई. वहाँ स्टिचेस देते हैं तो दर्द होता है ना.
I have had the opportunity to work with Rohini Hattangadi on a project, and the kind of preparation that she undertakes, even when playing a small little role, or even when she had a single dialogue, it's a treat to watch her prepare. It's a treat to watch her portray the scene. And what's more interesting is that she has this habit of changing just a little, modulate her voice a little bit, or just throw the audience off by pausing at a different place in every little take. And even though that scene that we were shooting with Rohini Hattangadi was just a 5-minute scene, and it included a 3-minute single shot, a single take, and it was a treat to watch her. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of Cinemaazi Studios. Do keep writing into us. Don't forget to like and subscribe the videos, and also hit the bell icon so that you know that we have put up something new for you. Thanks for watching.